Okay guys, so in this week's training, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to talk through a little bit about like bracing, posture and positions. And the reason I'm going to go through it in a little bit more detail is because I've actually found that I'm giving a lot of feedback on people who are overcompensating with different body parts. So I'm going to go through posture today in more detail. I'm going to go through bracing in more detail, and then I'm actually going to execute it with a couple of exercises. So bear with me, this one will be a little bit long, but I think you're going to get a lot out of this training. So first things first, whenever we do any sort of lifting in the gym, our posture and our core is the most important thing we should be thinking about before we do anything. That's even on like a bicep curl, it could be on a squat, it could be on a tricep extension. It's all of our exercises. We should be thinking about our posture and our brace for all of our exercises. So first and foremost, if you think about your day-to-day life, like most of you are sat at a desk, or we sit slumped in the car, or when we're walking along, we're slumped like this. And actually the first thing we need to do is roll our shoulders backwards and pull them down our body. So I'm going to show you that from the side, and you can see this is neutral posture, but from the back, what it looks like is this. Rolling the shoulders backwards, pulling them down. What we don't want to do is shrug the shoulders up, okay? Because that puts stress in our traps. Like the other position we all are is we're all sat at our desks like this, typing away, stressed. So we actually want to relax the shoulders down into the armpits, okay? So we're drawing them back and down. The next thing that I'm going to go through is your brace. So your brace is there to have a moment of presence before you're going to do the lift. It's there to protect your lower back. It's there to give you stability. It's there to give you kind of like a doming effect that basically is the trunk to all of your lifting. Imagine you're a tree trunk, not a flump, okay? So thinking about our brace then, what the hell is a brace? So what we're going to do is we've corrected our posture, we've rolled our shoulders back, and now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a breath in and down into the lower part of the rib cage. So we're going to go. Then we're going to tense our stomach as if somebody's going to punch us in the stomach, okay? That is creating a strong core. At no point should you be letting your breath out during your work. So let me just demonstrate a bicep curl, okay? So shoulders back, brace the core, and reset. A bench press. Reset. I'm seeing a lot of breathing the wrong way around. I'm seeing a lot of like, okay, so we want to make sure that we're bracing at the beginning and the end of the movement because we want to create tension and stability during the movement, okay? So what I'm going to do now is talk through the pelvic floor section. So you've braced your you've braced your breath down into your lower core, you've braced your tummy muscles, and now you've got your pelvic floor. So I want you to imagine there is a piece of string in the bottom of your groin and you're drawing it up to your belly button. So then when you're doing your exercise, you're not like this, you're tucking everything in so you've got a neutral spine. That then is going to stop the energy leaking out the bottom. So if you imagine now you're in the bottom of a squat, a lot of people lose tension in the bottom of the squat because they've not actually braced and drawn in their pelvic floor. So what I'm going to go on to now is just going through a couple of exercises. I'm going to do them pretty briefly, but they're the couple of the ones I see probably posture isn't quite correct. So where I'm going to start is the tricep extension, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that when I do my tricep extension, I'm not leaning forward and using my shoulders, okay? So I'm going to draw the machine down. I'm going to be nice and upright. I've drawn my shoulders backwards like we did when we were practicing posture. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stop at a 90-degree angle. We're going to push down and we're going to squeeze the triceps as hard as we can for a second, and then come back up to here. And again, we're gonna go down and squeeze. Common things I see you guys doing wrong is this, okay? Or this. So what we wanna do is we're rolling the shoulders backwards, we're isolating the triceps, we're going down, we're squeezing, and we're coming back up. So the next one I'm gonna talk through is a cable face pull and a cable high row. So for this one, we actually, when we're sitting on the floor, because that gives us a better anchor. And then when we're on the floor, we're going to just push our feet into the cable like this. And my body position, look what I'm doing with my shoulders. I'm drawing them back again. So I'm creating like this arch in my back, because that's then going to mean when I draw in for my high row, I'm pulling my elbows backwards, okay? And I've got a nice arch. I'm getting really good engagement through my lats. And again, I'm going to draw in. And what I've done with my hands is I've got my thumbs on top and my little fingers at the bottom, and that gives me a better handle. So I'm going to draw down, pull my shoulders backwards, okay? And then on my face pull, I'm going to draw the balls to my ears. Elbows nice and wide. Chest up again, so I'm not slouching forward. The final one I'm going to demonstrate is a lat pull down. And the reason I've chosen a lat pull down, again, is because when you actually do your lat pull down sometimes, what you guys do is you like curl forward like this. So you're not neutral posture, you're actually using your core and you're crunching into your core. And actually what I want you to do is open up, draw the shoulders down, tense them up. Remember, we're trying to have relaxed shoulders. Draw down so that the bar meets the upper part of the collarbones, and then you're going to come back up again and stretch. And then down, squeeze and hold, and stretch. And notice how, again, everything is nice and still, and I'm getting that really good squeeze by drawing my elbows into my back pocket to get really good engagement through my lats, but I'm not clenching up like this with my traps. So this is going to gear us up ready for tomorrow's community call. Tomorrow's community call is going to be all about training. I'm going to be going through like bracing. I'm going to be going through core activation. I'm going to be going through glute activation. I'm going to be going through how to choose exercises in the gym, intensity that you should be training at. And we're going to go through all of the basics for the gym and really, really set you guys up for success. Derek is going to be running a fucking ab challenge next month. So I needed to make sure you actually knew how to use your abs before he runs his ab challenge. So any questions at all, guys, let me know. Have a great day.